So I have to push the little button, but that's okay. I have that technology where I have an opposing thumb, so I can push that little button. Yeah. Coming to you nearly live from the taproom floor of Greenville Beer Exchange on Lawrence Street in glorious downtown Greenville, South Carolina. I'm Russ Heaps, and welcome to this episode of Big John and Fiver. I get my good buddy here, Big John Richards, to pick a beer from one of GBX's 22 or so taps, 50, 100 different kinds of bottles and cans in the retail store up front. We sniff it, we sip it, we kibitz about it. John tells us a little bit about the brewery, sometimes a little bit about brewing, and we get to drink a lot of beer, which is kind of my favorite part. As much as I love sitting here and listening to you drone on and on about something or other, the beer drinking
it's never the same thing.
the beer drinking is the best part.
Truly.
So what do we got?
So we have a sour. It's Russ's favorite.
Now I got to go home and lick the cat's ass to get the taste out of my mouth.
You may actually dig this one, Russ, because we found a few that you like. This is Kasteel Rouge, which is kind of easy to find in the grand scheme of Belgian beer, but they're still a family-owned brewery. They're certainly not a small operation anymore. I think they employ half the people in their town.
Nice.
But they make some really good beer, but most of their beer leans to the sweet side on whatever style they're doing. It just seems like that's the way their beer balances, and this one does.
You couldn't pick one of those?
I did pick one of those.
You think this one does?
This one definitely leans to the sweet side. So this is cherry. This is not, however, like a lambic. It's a cherry sour that's, but it's not that open fermented, super earthy, super balsamic-y side that happens a lot in lambic,
right,
or wood fermentation. I did not go deep into the fermentation techniques. Only so much time in between episodes that they use, but all of their stuff is so clean. I can't imagine that they use any real open fermentation at their brewery. This beer tastes like a Luden's cherry cough drop, but in the best possible way. That is, after I first had this beer when I believe Terry McQuaid brought this beer to Barley's on one of the Monday exchange nights when we would do beer and cheese, and the first time when we all sat around and sipped this beer, nobody had ever had it before, and the consensus was that it tastes like a Luden's cherry cough drop. And after 15 years, I still don't have a better descriptor for it. It's like a Luden's cherry cough drop, but it is so clean, and the sour, tart cherry, the cherry side, and not the cough drop side, is so good in this beer. This beer is absolutely brilliant, and I am excited for you to try it.
Okay. Gee willikers, let's give it a shot.
I know. Russ loves me right now. I'm Russ's favorite person right now. Come on, you can do it, Russ. I believe in you.
Text Miss Lily.
Smell that cherry on that?
Yeah, it smells like a box of cherry cough drops.
Right? That beer's just marvelous. That beer is... It's even better than I remember from last time I had it, which wasn't all that long ago.
I think sour is a misnomer.
No, this is very much a sour.
I know,
but
it's not.
But it's not that kind of sour.
It's not a typical sour.
Right. Yeah. It's a it's kind of hard to describe until you taste it because it's so unique in what it does. It tastes like cherry juice. You get a little bit of the tannins. You get just a touch of that tannic kind of bitterness. It's very lightly acidic. It's tart, but the sweetness up front is so big, for lack of a better term, that all of that stuff backing it up just cleans everything up just enough where you have this really easy, clean cherry, natural cherry mouthfeel or sensation on the end. It just lingers with you. It's so tasty. I should have grabbed one of their glasses because the glasses are beautiful. I really should have poured this into there because we have Kasteel glasses here. But I'm so slacker. I'm a slacker. Sometimes my routine gets in the way of me doing something fun.
You're not working here today. You don't have to wash the glasses.
I know, I understand. I'm going to go get one just for fun.
Okay.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, that is a pretty glass.
It is. And the brewery itself, oh, easy, John. Easy, buddy. The brewery itself is in this castle, or is around this castle, or part of this used to be in this castle. And the glass, the foot on the glass is one of the towers. It's modeled after one of the towers on the... It's a neat glass.
Oh, it is.
And it's... I will take this opportunity to scold our American brewers for not coming up with glassware. Why are you guys letting us drink out of shaker pints? It's embarrassing. We need glassware.
So's drinking out of these, but here we are.
No, these are great. Well, I mean, these aren't great, but we're making do because we don't want to be all the way plastered, at least not until we're done.
Correct. We haven't achieved that goal yet, but today may be the day.
Maybe the day. It may be the day.
Could be the day. I do like this, but I don't think I'd want to drink more of it than this. In fact, I'm not even sure I'll get through this.
I think you should get through that. I think you should make it happen, Russ.
I like it fine. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
I think it's tasty. It's just a little sweet and
it is.
cloying.
Well, it's so I certainly wouldn't call this cloying. I have had beers that I would, but this is very sweet. But it's that you have to let it sit with you. When you taste the beer, it's sweet. But when you let it sit, it sits with a very dry cherry. It just sits with cherry. It's just fruit on the finish, and I adore it.
How long do you think? Oh, it's good.
Nowish. On a side note, I haven't worn a watch since the first number in the year turned to 2. And if somebody says, "What time is it?" I look at my hand. If I go to, if I go to check the time, I don't reach for my pocket. I look at my hand. There's never been a watch. There's been a watch there in 25 years. And I still look at my hand.
Me too.
Well, Russ has a watch. It didn't turn
I do.
on.
Well, that's because
It's because Russ hates his life and doesn't.
no, this is an Amazon knockoff of a
Fitbit.
Fitbit.
Yeah.
And the problem is if you have it set so it, every time you turn your wrist a certain way, the time comes on, the battery's gone in about 3 hours.
Oh,
So
you should get a different watch.
So I have to push the little button, but that's okay. I have that technology where I have an opposing thumb, so I can push that little button. Yeah. So anything else?
We pretty much knocked it out. Belgian beer, guys. Give it up for Belgian beer. They do their beer right. They do their glassware right. They treated me right while I was there. It's good times.
He came back in one piece, which amazed the ever-living shit out of all of us.
Ain't that the truth?
Anyhow, so damn lucky. See you next time.